seemed sleepy. One of those places people pass by on road trips without stopping. But for Mara Thompson, moving into her grandmother's old house, there was supposed to be a new start. Fresh air, fewer memories of the city, maybe even peace. The house was large and creaky, Victorian style, with wraparound porches and tall windows. It looked charming at first, until Mara noticed things. Footsteps in the attic at odd hours, doors gently closing by themselves. A cold draft that followed her, though nothing was open. She tried to chalk them up to old house quirks, but each night the whispers started. First, soft, indecipherable, like murmurs from the walls. She thought perhaps a neighbor was talking, or maybe the wind in the trees. Then the voice started naming her. Mara, come upstairs. Mara, we're here. Her heart always jumped. She checked the attic, empty. She called her best friend, Luke, who visited. He heard nothing. He said she must be exhausted. Mara started sleeping with the lights on. 2 weeks after arrival, Mara found an old photograph in the attic's floorboards. It was of a young girl, pale, dressed in a white dress, standing in front of the house, maybe 1920s style. The girl's eyes were blank, or so it seemed. That night, the whispers were louder, angrier. She was jolted awake around 3:13 a.m. by something scratching outside her room, the sound of nails on wood, slow and deliberate. Her phone flashlight showed nothing. She heard a soft giggle. Frozen, she listened. A little girl's voice, sweet, childlike. You have it. He took it. Give it back. She clutched a locket she'd discovered earlier that day in the attic, finding it hidden beneath a floorboard. It was old, tarnished, and in it was a faded picture, a mother and a child, the little girl from the attic photograph. It felt wrong. The picture in the locket showed the child's eyes completely dark, void. Mara felt a pull to open it, but something warned her not to. Days passed. The presence seemed to move closer. She'd find muddy footprints in the hallway, petite, no shoes. At night, the lullaby humming when no radio was on. Sometimes she glimpsed a shadow at the top of the stairs, just out of sight. One stormy night, lightning flashed and the house groaned. The power went out. Mara, in darkness, heard breathing in the hallway. Slowly, something small stepped into the room, a silhouette of a little girl in a wet white dress. Her hair was matted, her face hidden in shadows. Mara, the voice trembled. You have it. Mara, trembling, held up the locket. The child stared. You took mother's ring. Whispers, voices overlapping, confusing. The little girl raised a tiny hand, pointing to the locket. Mara opened it. Inside, the locket's picture now was different. The child was gone. Instead, there was the ring, the same one Mara had found on the floor in the attic before. The locket somehow contained it. In shock, Mara dropped the locket. The ring fell out and rolled across the wooden floor toward the little figure. The figure knelt and picked it up, looked directly at Mara, the blank eyes now full of sorrow and anger. Mara wanted to move, to scream, but she could not. The little girl spoke one final time. I took nothing. You brought it. Then she vanished. Mara felt air rush. The house groaned. Lights flickered back. The ring lay on the floor. The locket was empty. The photograph in the attic was gone from its spot. She never saw the girl again. But sometimes, late at night, Mara still hears the lullaby humming just beneath her bed, and she must sleep with the locket, which she keeps empty, clasped in her hand, terrified. The next whisper will say her name.